Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Hello to you all and welcome to the Irish in the UK. Coming up on the show this week, we'll be meeting Aisling Mc Dowell from the Irish in Britain. Now, during last year, a lot of people have been shielding, some have been living on their own and some have been very lonely. Well, the Irish in Britain have come up with a new idea to make it easier for people to contact their family and friends. But first up, some time ago, we went along to film a story about Nancy O Hara. Nancy was a foster mum for over 25 years. She cared so much about the children that she looked after. Even when they had grown up and moved on, Nancy kept in touch with them to make sure they were doing okay and to give them absolutely every support she possibly could. Well, recently, Nancy sadly passed away. She has left a huge void in the community. She was a very inspirational lady. This is Nancy's story.
Well, I worked in the care system before I started fostering, and I worked with children that were in care, but never thought I was going to go into fostering. So happened one day I was with social workers and they said, "Oh, you could do that." And I said, "No, that's not for me. I've brought children up and I'm not doing it again." And then I thought, because working with them, I thought, well, yeah, I can do that. So I looked into it, and just because I worked in the care system didn't mean that, I went fostering straight away. I still had to do training for about 6 to 9 months before I could become a foster carer. Then, just before I was registered, there was a little boy that needed care, and he was only 7. So I said to them, well, I'm not completely registered, but I was registered within the next couple of days. And then I went to see this little boy, little blonde boy, 7, and I thought, it'll be a walk in the park. So he came to me. He wasn't a walk in the park, he was a lovely child, very intelligent. He was 7, but had the age of a 15-year-old reader.
Because you've fostered so many children and youngsters down the years, do you have much contact with them now? Or once they leave you, is that more or less it, you don't see them anymore?
No, they don't. A lot of them, I've always been in, when I lived in the other house, I had contact with a lot of them, but because I moved, I kind of lost contact. But I have contact with a lot of them now, and the girls have partners now, and they've got their children. They bring their children back now. So those little ones call me Nana. You know, they come back, they ring me up. I have great contact with them. You know, I never lose contact. Once they go, I don't say they're gone and forgotten. I don't. And if they want to come back here, that's fine. This was their home, so they can come back. And if they move on, I always help them to move on. You know, I don't just say, if they go in their own place, I just say, oh, you're gone now. And they come back, and they never leave without something. There's always, we give them something. When they leave, I fill their cupboards up with food. They can come back whenever they want.
In your opinion, what do you think makes a good foster parent?
Loads of patience, really, really. And love for the children that you get in. Love for them, to nurture them. Because once they come in to your home, that is their home as well. Just because they're foster doesn't mean to say, oh, they're foster, they're only foster children. To me, they're part of my family. And I've brought all of the foster children up to be part of the family.
What would you say to somebody sitting at home tonight that's thinking of becoming a foster parent?
If you want to become a foster parent, it's a brilliant, brilliant job, but a very, very tough job. And you take the rough children with the smooth children. You can't think, oh, because they're in, I'm going to get rid of them. You can't do that. You've got to work with these children. I mean, I had children I could think, oh, God, why did I? But at the end of the day, they turned out to be brilliant, you know, brilliant children. And I always say, you get what you put into it. You know, it's up to you, and work with them. And some children are very, very hard to work with. But when they come into your home to put a wall up, and I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that, but you can break that wall down gradually. You can do, and it's a great job to go into. I would recommend it. I mean, I'm still doing it now. I mean, I've got two brilliant girls, absolutely two. They can't be on camera, but they are. They're brilliant girls. They can come in, go out. There's key left for them. They can come into the house. There's no such thing as locked doors in the house. This is their home. The kitchen is theirs. I always say, the fridge is there, do the cooking. So,
Nancy, it's been great to speak to you today. You've done so much wonderful work and you've helped so many children out during your lifetime. God bless you for it all, and well done.
Thanks, Martin. Thank you, Martin, very much now.
It takes a special person to be a foster mum, and we can honestly say Nancy was a very special person. She was a true lady, and she led the way in showing us all what it takes to be a good foster mum. Of course, she will be very sadly missed, and we send all our sincere condolences to Nancy's family and all her many friends. Now, a good friend of ours here on the show is Donna Taggart. And Donna is now going to sing a song called Guiding Light. And we're going to dedicate this song in Nancy's memory.
Well, the road is wide and the waters run on either side, and my shadow went with fading light, stretching out towards the night, 'cause the sun is low and I yet have still so far to go. My lonely heart is beating so, tired of the wander. And there's a sign ahead, though I think it's the same one again. But I'm thinking about my so I find my way home. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light. You're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light. You're my guiding light. Oh, well, the air is cold, and yonder lies my sleeping soul. By the branches broke like bones, this weakened tree no longer holds. Well, the night is still, and I have not yet lost my will, and I will keep on moving till I find my way home. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light. You're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light. You're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light. You're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light. You're my guiding light. So lead me on and lead me strong, like this road I walk on. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light. You're my guiding light. When I need to get home, you're my guiding light. You're my guiding light.
Thank you, Donna. That's a lovely song and a fitting tribute to a special lady called Nancy O Hara. Now we're going to take a little break and we'll see you very soon.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
The Warrington Irish Club, 83 Orford Lane, Warrington. A friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. all live sports shown on the big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and crafts. Pop in for a friendly welcome and to book your event at the Warrington Irish Club, give Frank a call.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Buckhurst Plant Hire, operating nationwide and supplying equipment to the construction, civil engineering and utility industries. Buckhurst is synonymous with quality equipment and excellent service. Call us today.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
Welcome back. Now, next up, we're going to meet Aisling Mc Dowell from the Irish in Britain, who do a wonderful job caring for our Irish community. They've come up with a new idea to make it easier for people who live on their own to contact their family and friends. Aisling, tell me a little bit about the Irish in Britain and what you do.
The Irish in Britain is a membership organisation, and we have over 100 member organisations throughout Britain in places like Leeds, Manchester, London, as far as Guernsey. We have many different types of organisations, a lot of welfare organisations. We have some housing organisations, we have clubs, we have societies, and our job really is to kind of create a network of Irish organisations that can support each other, get linked in. We provide training and support for them. We sort of give them a platform on social media and just generally supporting the work, the well-being and the growth of these organisations and therefore the wider Irish community in Britain.
Now, you cover a wide spread of things there, but tell me, how have you been supporting the Irish community during the pandemic?
Well, obviously everything has switched to online. So we have been holding a lot of forums. We have specific forums now. So we'll have our welfare forums, we'll have our club forums. We also have national forums where everyone comes together. These would obviously normally be in person, but now they're all on screen, and we kind of just all soundboard and hear what everyone's getting up to, offer support. We've also been doing a series of online training on things like fundraising and little bits of HR, because obviously people's organisations have changed with COVID, and everything's a little bit uncertain. So we've been trying to just plug the gaps there in kind of the training opportunities and just kind of getting everyone online, trying to get everyone digitally included. And yeah, we're on the end of the phone, and it's sad now that we can't get out to them, but we're trying to be as present as possible online, do you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, now, of course, we know that a lot of our Irish community has been shielding for a long time now, and some of them are on their own, some of them are very lonely. They're not on Facebook, they're not on Twitter, and they feel cut off from the outside world. But now you've been trying to solve this problem. Tell me about your COMP project.
Statistically, actually, the Irish community in this country suffer with loneliness and isolation, you know, far more higher, especially the older community. So it's actually quite a stark statistic if you look into it. But Irish in Britain, we wanted to do something about this, about social isolation, and now more so than ever. But as part of our CRIVNA project, CRIVNA is our Memory Loss Alliance project, and it sort of aims to work with the Irish community to make it a more inclusive and dementia-friendly community and kind of bring those issues to the forefront and make sure that the Irish are represented in this country in terms of their quite specific cultural needs, actually, in caring for the older community and people with dementia. But as part of that, as part of Privna, we have been awarded funding from the National Lottery Community Fund to have a pilot project, and it's called COMP. So what COMP is a device that is like a tablet but completely straightforward. It's a single button device. It looks like an old TV. I might be showing my young age now. I think maybe a TV from the 70s perhaps. I might be wrong, but it looks like an old school TV. So it's meant to be very sort of familiar to the older community, and very easy to use. You wouldn't have to have any previous experience of using technology or tablets, and it facilitates video calls and photograph sending, and you can send messages to it. And the idea is that older people who are socially isolated and perhaps not digitally included at all can use this device to communicate with family and friends, and also carers. So there's a system on there where you can sort of alert your isolated person to take their medication, to have a drink of water. It's all very simple, but it's really effective. And so we have that now with 4 of our welfare organisations, and they have 4 comps each that have gone out to their clients who are some of the kind of more isolated older members of the Irish community.
Okay, so for people sitting at home tonight, and for families maybe of the older Irish generation that's not on Facebook and Twitter and all this, how can they move this along now, and how can they get this equipment?
So what we're saying, because we've had a lot of public inquiries actually, so people who aren't our members, and depending on their geographical area, if they are near some of our member organisations, which hopefully they will be, because you know our membership is so broad, we're trying to link them in. Then say somebody calls us from Leeds, and we would then try and link them in with one of our Leeds organisations, and the plan is that we are hoping to extend the project, you know, and kind of make it something a lot more long-term and sustainable. So if we can link inquiries in with our member organisations, and through our members then support those members of the community. We're also looking into trying to get a referral system with COMP, the company, so that we can refer people and try and get a discount for them on the device. Now, the good thing about the device is that you don't have to have Wi-Fi in your home as well. I forgot to mention that there. So you really don't have to have any experience of having the internet. It comes with a chip which is built-in Wi-Fi, so it's dead simple, do you know?
So if people wanted to know more information, how can they contact you, Aisling?
They can contact us via the website. We have a contact form, and we have an info email address, and that will come through to myself and my colleague, and then we will direct them appropriately, have a chat with them. They can call us on any of our contact numbers there on the website.
Now, we know that the Irish in Britain does wonderful work caring for the Irish community, but tell me, how much do you rely on fundraising and corporate donations?
So we receive obviously the ESP grant, so the Immigrant Support Programme funding funds a lot of our work. And then aside from that, our projects would be specific funders, like I said, with the Community National Lottery Fund. So that would be for our projects, but our core work is funded by the embassy. So that would be our core kind of work. In terms of corporate donors, I mean, we have more friends. We have Friends of Irish Britain, who are people who are on our mailing list who want to support our work, and that ranges from anyone to some kind of high profile people who are Friends of Irish in Britain.
Now, Sharon Robinson is originally from County Galway. She's a nurse, and she's been encouraging the Irish community to have the vaccine. Now, what kind of feedback have you been getting about the vaccine, and is Irish people encouraged to go along and have the vaccine?
Well, we would certainly encourage the Irish community to take up the vaccine, absolutely. I mean, it seems the only way that we will kind of progress and get back to some sort of normality. I think so far the feedback is that the Irish community have taken up the vaccine. I don't think there's been much resistance. I think culturally, perhaps there's been some talk that the Irish might not think that they don't want to go in line in front of anyone else, that they have that kind of altruism, if you will. So we're just trying to encourage them that it's for them as much as it is for anyone, and if they get called up for it and if they have an appointment, that they should definitely take that up. But we certainly wholeheartedly support the vaccine programme in the Irish community.
Well, absolutely. We've all lost friends during this last 12 months with the pandemic, and it's vitally important that we all get this vaccine and try and get back to normal life this year, please God, sometime, Aisling.
Absolutely. I want to go out and meet my members. I want to travel up and down the country and see firsthand, the amazing work they're doing. And equally, they want to get out to their clients and.
Well, you are indeed. And let's hope now that this new project that you've got up and running now will be a real help to people that's isolated, that's at home, that's lonely and feel cut off. This is a lifeline for them to keep in touch with the news.
I was born in Ireland in a small village called Clonaslee in the county of Laois. You had the big open fields, and you played out in the fields. Yeah, you played with the neighbours' children, you fought with them as well. We used to go to the dances together, and that we'd go off on the bicycles and have fun. And it's good to have friends. Everybody needs friends. Your childhood's very important because you can always think back about it. When I first came to England in 1962, it was more letters you wrote then. Not many people had telephones years ago. And yes, it was very lonely, missing home and missing people you had contact with. Well, it's only about 12 months ago. I think they were just looking for someone to try it out at that stage because it was quite new in the country then. I think I was the first person that got the comp. It was amazing. I thought it was terrific just to see her watching it all the time. It was great. I didn't feel I was struggling because you had the text messages and things like that, but the comp brought it more alive for me. There's loads of older people that can't use telephones, and I think this is amazing for anyone who's really isolated and on their own. I think it's a marvellous machine. I mean, when I come in and I see the light flashing on that, I think, oh great, someone's contacted me, they haven't forgotten me, kind of. And there was nothing on telly, I just turn on the comp and I sit here and watch it, and it takes me back home and I think of different things instead of watching the telly. Times like that is very good. Loads of things happen in the family that you know nothing about, but now they're all just too eager to send you the photographs on the comp. They love doing it as well. They're getting satisfaction out of it as well as me. You'd be very lonely if your family just didn't keep in touch with you, you keep in touch with your family. And I think that's very important. To know you're being thought about at home as well, even though you're miles and miles away, that's an important thing.
Well done to the Irish in Britain for leading the way in making it easier for people who live on their own to be able to contact their family and friends. Now that brings us to the end of the show for this week. We hope you've enjoyed it. We're back next Thursday evening at 7:30 with the Irish in the UK, and just before us, Henry McGlade is here with his show at 7 o'clock. Until then, thank you all for watching and take care of yourselves.